Peace and love. Welcome.
Chains have been holding me back further than I've ever gone. Get beyond the words, beyond the song. I don't know if you know what I believe. I still believe. I still believe. No, I believe. I still believe. I still believe. I still believe. I know your pain. I know where you're feeling. Don't sleep staring at the ceiling. There's in broad daylight. I know you feel so lost, so all alone. But I also know the way back home is warriors fall down, but we get up again. That's why I still believe. I still believe. No, I believe. I still believe in possibilities. I still believe. I wanna be free. Free and out of misery. Yeah, free, so free. I wanna be free and out of misery.
Hi, loves. Hello.
And out of misery.
What's up? Hello. Hi, Israel. Good to see you. What's up, Lauren? Well, Central Warriors. Have a high school reunion on Facebook Live. That'll be awesome. Like, seriously awesome. Come now, low down, 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 down. To love, true love. To love. Ooh, yes. I've been dreaming the day that we met. I say yes, waiting for you. The day that we met, I say yes, I've been waiting for you. One way. I just choked on my tea there because I'm that ridiculous. So, hello and welcome back to, so this is class 3 for Reiki. And let's see, we were on 1, 2, 4, 6. Oh, fun, we're starting with death and bereavement, which is going to be pretty interesting, seeing as how I noticed that a friend just lost their pet. A lot of people have been losing friends and relatives. I know my dad has really been feeling a lot of death and loss within his, parish, with his parishioners. And no matter how prepared you feel like you are for something like that, when you have to deal with it all the time, it kind of gets to be hugely overwhelming. And there's there's nothing that really prepares you for that shock, even when we know that our loved ones are available on the other side, that they're ready and willing to be contacted and brought in. You know, we still have to be without them in the form that we're used to. You know, we're still we still have to feel the loss of their physical presence, that energy that their spirit has embodied for so many years and that we've connected with for such a long time. I know for me personally, I've been really reconnecting to the soul essence and the spirit energy of Greg Cross, he's the young man that died in my car accident in 2002, where I had the traumatic brain injury. And I was just talking about the process of Reiki coming into my life because of that experience, and because of the way that I wasn't able to kind of traditionally medicate and recover, and that untraditional the conditions that made it necessary for me to have an unconditional recovery also made it possible for me to have a miraculous and remarkable recovery, to far exceed what people expected of me, even the people that were encouraging me to try these new and different things. So thank you so much, Crystal, for that insight when we were speaking. And by the way, guys, and Phyllis, thank you for sending that Reiki healing to me a few nights ago. It's an honor and a blessing for me to receive your gifts of spirit, for me to receive healing from you. I'm here to share what I'm learning on this journey, but I'm not above or better than anybody else. A lot of you that are learning from me or sharing on this journey are spiritual giants by comparison to me. And I'm truly honored and humbled by that you'll accept these gifts that I'm offering, and that you offer those gifts in return. So if you feel called to share anything, please always feel welcome to do that. So, let's see, Assumpta just lost 2 family members to suicide in the same weekend, sending much love and healing to your family, sending love and honor to their spirits, and praying for their recovery, for their ability to cross over, asking for Jesus Christ Yeshua to reach out and lay his hands on their spirits and help them to heal and to recover and to ascend higher. I'm getting full chills right now. Praying for the souls of your loved ones to be able to cross over to heaven, to the 5th dimension, praying that they accept the love and the guidance. And love and honor to the Ascended Masters in the building today. Jimi Hendrix, Luther Vandross, Miss Billie Holiday. She was back. She's back now. She was here yesterday. Very strong. Miss Janis Joplin. Thank you. Prince, of course. Archangel Zadkiel, thank you. Archangel Michael. Sandalphon, of course, with all the music. Alright, let's do some cleansing and bring in some Reiki energy. So if you feel called to, please participate. Get those hands warmed up and charged up. And get ready to cleanse. So we're sweeping, cleansing that energy. 2 fingers here at the wrists is the method Dr. Isui recommended. Sweep the body all the way down. Feet. Sweep over the back. Oh, of course, my brother, your brother, Brother Bob Marley. Do a grounding and centering that I haven't done in a long time, certainly not in the 202, haven't done it since the 101. Calling in the violet flame and the crystal ray. May we stand tall in the purple rain. Divine healing Reiki energy flow through me. Divine healing Reiki energy flow through me. Divine healing Reiki energy flow through me. I ask for healing for myself and for all those who choose to tune in and accept this love and blessing on all levels of being for the highest good of all. Balancing and harmonizing chakras and energy centers of the body. So breathe in that beautiful, healing, universal life force energy. And exhale. Allow it to carry with it all that no longer serves. May it float away. Breathing in, visualize that life force energy as beautiful, purple, twinkling lights filling in, breathing in on the breath and filling every part of the body, touching every cell of the body, awakening and enlivening and releasing all toxins, all things which no longer serve. And as those are released, exhale and allow them to blow away. Feel that charge in your hands. Continue to build it up. Send that love and energy to wherever on your body needs that attention. So right now my mid-back is calling. Placing my hands there. Wherever you are needing that attention, place your hands there. Hi, Lawrence. Hey, Laura. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Old pirates, yes, they rob I, sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit. My hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? All I ever had, redemption songs. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear of atomic energy. none of them can stop the tide. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Who some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? And all I ever had, redemption songs. These songs of freedom. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear of atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the tide. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Who some say it's just part of it. We've got to fulfill job work. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? See, all I ever had, redemption songs, these songs of freedom. Redemption songs, these songs of freedom. Jah Rastafari. Huh. Wow, thank you. Love and honor to Brother Bob Marley. Peter Tosh, thank you. Yes, sir. Get up, stand up for your rights. Oh, did you feel that? I just saw Prince step aside and give way to Peter Tosh on the mic. Hello. We're going to have to talk about that one day. Whew. Focus on the task at hand, but wow. So when I talk about the things that I see spirits doing, that I'm feeling those vibrations and allowing it to filter into my awareness, and then I'm allowing my imagination to help me translate those vibrations that they're sending out. And so, of course, whatever I'm translating, it's filtered through the lens of my experience, just like whatever you sense or translate is filtered through your experience. As you practice Reiki or any other energy healing techniques, when you practice any sort of self-alignment and enlightenment, you're going to begin to clear out the clutter and the soul sludge. That's Sister Jamie's term, which I think is perfect. We clear out the soul sludge and cleanse your pineal gland and your hypothalamus, and enable yourself to open up to be able to receive these vibrations from spirit. And allow your mind to run wild, allow your imagination to play out, and then find a partner who's either practicing Reiki or other energy healing modalities to practice with, and then practice with each other. See what spirits you sense around you. See what you can pick up and read with each other, as you exchange these healing energies and these vibrations. And the more you practice and the more you allow yourself to play and come to it with, like Dr. Joy says, a beginner's mind. So, oh, hello, Dr. Joy is here too today. Thank you, sir. Love and honor. Approach it with the beginner's mind. One of the benefits of Reiki is that it enhances your second sight, your third eye helps to open up, because it's clearing and balancing all levels of being. It's helping your cells to detox and release toxins. It's bringing you into closer alignment with your highest self, with your God force energy, that universal life force energy. So play as much as possible. Okay. Hello, Elle. What's up? Thank you, everybody. Thanks for the love. Hi, hi. So, Crystal, so many people don't believe that they're still connected to their loved ones. I find that a lot. I find that a lot. And in the beginning of my practice, I was very hesitant and nervous to talk to people about staying connected to their loved ones. I was very hesitant to talk about the fact that when we hold on to the pain and missing them, like a lot of people grieve the loss of Prince and Chris Cornell, you know, Chester Bennington, Robin Williams, a lot of these artists that have been sacrificed. So when we hold on to the pain of their loss, we're holding on to the negative space where they don't exist, where they are gone. But there's a place where they do still exist, where they are present, and where they are waiting to share that loving energy. And when you tap into your highest self, to your love and your joy, you're able to raise your vibration to meet them where they are and connect with them where they are, and to share that love and that joy that you used to, because they're still interested in you. They still want your highest good even more than they did when they were in body. They're still ready and willing and able to support you in your journeys. So yeah, reach for your loved ones where they are, not where they aren't. You know, they aren't in these shells, these physical bodies anymore. You know, absolutely these bodies hold experiences and energies, but it's not the essential energy of who and what we are. You know, that is eternal. And once we tap into that knowledge, that's when we're able to ascend and cross these dimensional barriers, when we're able to speak with God and Spirit, Jesus Christ, Yeshua, whatever ascended masters you believe in, or if you don't believe in any, and you just believe in the scientific fact of these realities, you're able to transcend the layers of this particular planet. You're able to move through the electrical fields of your personal body and the bodies of those around you. You're able to move your awareness into higher fields of consciousness. So a lot of Reiki practitioners separate their religion or spirituality and focus strictly on the energetic properties, because it helps Reiki to be accepted in places where religion is not. And Reiki is not dependent upon your religion. It works whether you believe in it or not. It works whether you tie it to your personal spirituality or not. And whether you are using it from a scientific perspective or from a spiritual perspective or from a religious perspective, when they hook up these monitoring devices to your brain to read your brain waves, each of these perspectives are awakening the same part of your brain and sending out and receiving these energy waves, you know, and the cells of your body are receiving and sending these energy waves across distances, across time and space. You know, Reiki is the systemized use of divine force energy, of life force energy, and it has been discovered and lost for centuries. And you know, I've said several times in the Reiki 101, it's the energy of Jesus Christ Yeshua that he taught with the laying on of hands. And so many others have, you know, tried to bring this teaching back, and then, you know, it'll be lost again. But we're at a time where more and more people are waking up and sharing this type of information and this type of healing. So there can never be too many Reiki practitioners, and you'll find a lot more success when you focus on Reiki as your personal enlightenment journey, as opposed to focusing on it specifically for healing or focusing on it specifically as a career path, because it's none of those things. It is for self-enlightenment and advancement, and everything else is a side effect. The healing of the self is a side effect, and the healing of the world around you is a side effect. It's, you know, cleansing and clearing to come into, you know, personal alignment that brings all of these beautiful gifts into being. Hey Laura, I remember singing and playing with the band in your living room. All right, so let's hit the manual. So if you've got the Reiki 2 level 2 manual from Peggy Gentoff, I'm on page 12. I'm going to backtrack a little bit and come back to, we talked last time about mental healing, that Reiki works with consciousness by transforming negative influence into positive, and it's removing energy blocks. Reiki works on the areas of the mind where we hold our programming, our conditioning, and the causes of our problems and illnesses. Because most problems and illnesses are, they come from energetic causes. Peggy said she personally believes that self-treatment is often easier for mental healing than treatment from a practitioner. A stumbling block in mental healing is the client's belief system itself. If the patient does not want a cure, then they will mentally resist healing. This is where you find a lot of hypochondriacs and Munchausen's by proxy. So I've dealt with a lot of that in my personal family. You have to change the belief system, and you can't change it for them. In fact, I'm getting to that very thing. This is common in addictions, parental and societal programming, where many sessions might be required for you to begin to break through all of those barriers. Every healing session works to some degree, but you cannot force healing, again, because it's a side effect of enlightenment and alignment, right? You cannot force your will onto others, even when we try to. So that's a huge ethical rule with Reiki. You don't try and force this on anyone, because how are you going to force someone to come into their own awakening and their own enlightenment? That's a very personal choice. You have to allow the Reiki to flow. Do not try to direct it to a specific outcome. Your responsibility is not to do anything that would be dabbling with someone else's mind or their destiny. That's why we say for the highest good of all. It's not our knowledge or choice about what that good is. That's for those individuals and their highest self, their spirit guides to determine. So a process for reinforcing positive change can be having your client sit comfortably upright, decide what affirmations and positive results they want to achieve. Then you place your hands on their shoulders and relax for a few minutes or until you start to feel the Reiki charge taper off. So remember, when we started the Reiki flow, charging our hands, and you could kind of feel that tingle, like just as soon as I start to talk about it, I can feel it charging my hands right now. And then as you begin to feel that taper off, you're going to remove one hand, keeping the other in place, and then trace the Chokure symbol, right? And around. Chokure being place the power of the universe here. Above but not on the cranium, and focusing on the mantra of the symbol, which is Chokure, the name. And you repeat it as many times as you feel necessary, but once is generally enough. Put your hands back on the shoulders for 5 more minutes until you feel that Reiki energy taper off again, and be aware of any images or information that you might be receiving. Then you repeat the sequence, and you would substitute Seiheki for Chokure, Seiheki being the mental healing symbol. And then after 15 or 20 minutes of channeling that Reiki energy and working with the different symbols and the different energies, like Seiheki, which is the mental emotional healing, and Chokure, which is the power of the universe, the power symbol, you'd use Chokure to end the session. So talking about death and bereavement from Peggy's manual, if Reiki works, why does it not stop people from dying? Sometimes people do receive healing and live beyond expectations. Most times it helps the person to die with less pain and confusion, less emotional turmoil. Reiki can help people become aware of the reality of continuing existence after death, meaning connecting them to their higher self, to their enlightenment. And it can comfort those who are left behind. It's always best to explain this to a client and their family, and explain that we don't perform miracles, that healing comes from the root word meaning whole. Many people found that Reiki helps them to continue to make the effort to find healing and have hope. So Reiki can help you bring other things into your life that may help you to ease a transition or to attain more healing, more wholeness, more wellness, bringing yourself into a stronger place. It doesn't mean that Reiki is going to necessarily channel or change your destiny, or the things that you've particularly written into your life movie, right? Hi, Morris and Jim. Hello, hello. Michelle, thank you for joining. Welcome. So some people have felt that in some terminally ill clients, it helps them to identify issues they want to deal with before dying. It's helped eliminate fear and anger. It's helped them to connect with divine energy and an awareness of their eternal nature, and the awareness that death is a transition and not an end. And so Honsei Zei Shonin, it's a little, let me see here. Honsei Zei Shonin is the time symbol. And I know we've, ooh, hello, Flash. Turn that off. There you go. So if you pull up your Reiki 2 manual, this is page 13 with Honsei Zei Shonin, which is the distance healing or absent healing symbol. And that literally just means that time and space do not exist. So that's how distance healing is able to occur. I hope that wasn't too noisy. Sorry. Because using this focus of energy, you are eliminating time and space, accessing all of consciousness, all of existence at one time. And because healing means wholeness, you're bringing yourself into alignment, and you're bringing your client into that alignment. It's the most complicated of the Reiki symbols, but it can be easy to learn by writing it. And so just practice one at a time. For me, I really enjoyed learning to write and draw these kanji, these characters. And it's for sending Reiki in a distance. And you can even use it for treating past life, events that have happened in the past. A lot of Reiki practitioners have used Honsei Zei Shonin to sit and practice sending Reiki to things like war battles in the past. There are people who attend, war reenactments and send Reiki energy to those battlefields and to those things that have happened. Very much like the prayers that we put out for Assumpta Howard's relatives that just crossed, helping the spirits of those that died in battle to heal and cross over, to connect with their highest self, to connect with their spirit guides, and make it home, to make it out of the fourth dimension, out of purgatory. So with remote and distance healing, there are many ways to do it. You can use the Honsei Zei Shonin symbol by drawing it or visualizing it, especially if you're just beginning to learn it. Visualizing is much easier. But again, flow with what works for you. If drawing the symbols or saying the name is a little troublesome for you, you can always just say the intention as you understand it, which would be absent healing, healing through time and space, or no time and space. And you can write those words in your native language. because basically what you're doing is tapping into that energy as best you can. So, of course, some people believe that you have to use these specific symbols in order to tap into that energy. From my personal experience, it's about your intentions of accessing that energy, however best fits you, you know. And so one thing that Peggy talks about that I think is wonderful is that the Honsei Shonin function is also a symbol of karmic release. It's made up of 5 distinct elements. One possible meaning can be no past, no present, no future. I agree with her that you do not teach or believe that you can use this energy function to actually change or affect change in the past or the future. You can help to change the energy around it. That's my personal belief. But of course, you know, we can't absolutely say one way or the other. Peggy says that she has a sense that some of the Reiki she does now to release traumas from her childhood do in fact affect her at that time as a child by giving a sense of being watched over and a promise that in future life she would be happy. And I've had that experience myself. Like, I've remembered times in childhood where I felt this other presence calming and soothing me, and wondered if it was me myself as I'm doing this inner child work, reaching back and sending healing back to my younger self, my childhood self, and in effect healing myself, coming forward into the future, into the present. When you heal a problem at its origination point, quite often many subsequent problems that are based on that initial event will resolve themselves and heal almost instantly. So when you use Honsei Shonin with the emotional healing symbol, or the emotional healing functions, you can obtain results that are similar to those obtained in soul retrieval or etheric recovery, Akashic records recovery, which are, you know, different practices from Reiki. Sometimes using the distance healing function can assist with past life recall. Some people have used this function to send treatment ahead to a specific point in the future. And Peggy says she's had mixed results with this. Time is an illusion, but a very useful one. And Honsei Shonin is more than just a remote button. It seems a lot like the Huna Ho'oponopono, in that its deeper function is to bring one's whole being into justice and harmony, and to make things right. So Peggy doesn't give a description of what the Huna Ho'oponopono is, but it's a Hawaiian meditation that heals much like Reiki on all levels of being. I don't remember the doctor's name, but I'm sure someone can find it. It's pretty easy to find when you look up Ho'oponopono. But a doctor in Hawaii healed an entire mental ward by sitting down, not meeting with any of the patients, but sitting down with their files and taking each file and doing this prayer. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I always feel energetic charge with Ho'oponopono, so definitely try it for yourself. The first time I heard about it was from an alkaline water distributor in Memphis, John Green, with Green Life Water. So he does quite a lot of mission work in Memphis, so definitely check that out, Green Life Alkaline Water. So, distance treatments. There's often a common tendency to think of distance work as requiring effort, as though you have to personally throw energy across the distance. And in fact, it requires no more effort to send Reiki across the ocean than it requires to send it through your hands as you touch someone. Just as in direct treatment, you activate Reiki and allow it to flow. You don't force it, you just allow it to happen. A lot of people feel like it's kind of enhanced when they're focusing in. You may be increasing your focus and awareness in meditation, but that doesn't have an effect on how strong the Reiki energy is when it's being sent, because you're just activating that Reiki. You're just a channel. You are not the healer. You're not the function. You're just part of the path, you know. And so sometimes you could even negatively affect yourself and your own energy, trying to send, focus too hard to send energy. So you may be, in fact, sending some of your personal energy and depleting yourself, as opposed to receiving that flow of Reiki energy for yourself and allowing it to flow towards whoever you're intending to help. So basically, just relax. Take it easy. You know, nothing is that big a deal. It's all easy. In my room in Nashville, I have sticky notes all over the room, all over my bathroom, which is purple and blue paisley. Hello, Prince. That say, it's easy. Remember, it's easy. It's all easy. Take it easy. Live and love to the fullest. I keep notes all over the walls. So there's no order or method to the way that you send distance healing. You can use the symbols, drawing them on your hands or your third eye, mentally drawing them, or saying it, using it with the power function, or in connection with the emotional healing functions. Whatever you feel called to do, however you feel called to practice. Over time, you may develop less need to use the symbols and those structured methods for remote healing, which is actually how it should be. Using the symbols and using these functions is a way to train yourself into feeling this energy. But it's the same areas of the brain, the same energy as affirmative prayer. So the same parts of your brain light up and begin transmitting and receiving when you're doing affirmative prayer as when you're practicing Reiki. And affirmative prayer is focusing on requesting the outcome as opposed to focusing on the problem and asking for some magical solution to happen, to be granted. You know, when we focus on the problem, we're activating and giving more energy to the problem, making it bigger. Whereas when you focus on the solution or on the wholeness, the wellness, that you're helping to bring that about, helping to bring that into reality. Now, much easier said than done, right? When we're in this manifested reality, we're seeing these manifested results of whatever has brought these situations into our awareness. It's human nature. We're seeing it, we're feeling it, and we have to speak it. So if that's the place you're in, don't beat yourself up over it. Just acknowledge that that's the place you're in, and as you're able, then begin to move into a different space, begin to move into more affirmative prayer, more positive action, move into doing Reiki. So that's one of the huge benefits, is that Reiki takes you out of the need to request and ask for and pray for a solution. It's systemized use of this energy, and it just kind of takes you out of your personal drama and dilemma, and helps you align with universal life force energy immediately and strongly. All right, other things that you can do in distance healing, like we talked about in the last session, you can use a photo or a drawing of the person that you're working on to help you focus. You can draw the symbols over the photo or over those parts of the body that, the sketch that you use. Directing the energies by imagining that person is laying on your thigh, so you can shrink them down and just lay them in your lap and perform that healing, right? You can use a teddy bear or a doll as a proxy, or just a pillow to represent them as you're sending that energy. You can imagine that person being between your hands, and then you can mentally go through the hand positions You can go through the hand positions over the photo or drawing that you're using. You can just intend that the Reiki will reach your recipient automatically. So you, in 2 seconds, you can visualize that energy being sent and doing what it needs to do, and then you can keep going with your day. Or you can sit and continue receiving this energy and allowing it to flow. Either way, it's going to work. So it's, you know, up to you and what feels best to you in your personal practice, and what feels right for you in relationship to whomever you're giving a distance treatment to. So always keep in mind, every time a session is given, one is received. You have to receive this healing energy first, cleanse and fill yourself with this healing energy, and then allow it to flow to the next person, to the client, whether they're in person or like everyone taking these classes. You know, you're at a distance from me. I'm in different parts of the country all the time, and, you know, seeing you just through our chats and your messages here. Here's one that I had not seen before. Peggy talks about using your thumb as a proxy for that person. So you can wrap your other fingers around the thumb and then send that energy. That's pretty awesome. I'd try it out and see how you feel. I definitely can feel that charge. It's pretty neat. For me, I just visualized that it was all of you. You can visualize that person is in the air before you and do a treatment, you know, like as though they're sitting right in front of you. Lay your hands on their shoulders, in the areas of the back, on the neck, just below the ears, on the head, top of the head, and the eyes, you know, whatever works. You can do a spot treatment on their organs, other body parts. Just visualize it and go for it. Some people find it's easy to imagine their clients are in the room with them. You can tap in and ask your angel guides, your devas, to help you with that. You can call out the conditions if you know them and you want those to start being treated, or you can ask for the Reiki energy to seek those out and provide healing, because Reiki is intelligent energy. It's going to flow where it's most needed, despite what we may ask for or what we may be trying to direct it to. When you activate the energies by intention without drawing the symbols, intend Reiki, all or any words that work for you. You can also activate each function separately, and mostly just intend that any and all energies run in the best positions, and then follow your intuition. And use your intuition for any other specific procedures that you may need to do. In distance treatments, the energy often just runs until it's done, even if you get up and you're moving around to do something else. So some teachers suggest a 15-minute session for distance work. Some recommend 15-minute sessions 3 days in a row. Peggy said she's had the energy run as long as 3 hours, but it's unusually long, and 15 or 20 minutes is more common. I've found quite often in person that 15 or 20 minutes is how the energy runs. And sometimes people aren't necessarily accepting of that. You have to kind of sit with their egos, you know, and just kind of allow them to feel complete in a session. You don't have to. Just follow your intuition if you choose to, if that's how you want to support. Okay, so I'm getting the message to hold off, dipping into another segment, another session. Hopefully my bands aren't making too much noise. So I've been using my hematite MemPhoenix special bracelet as a holding device to keep the phone up today. So these were made by Sister Jamie Joy. Hey Janine, what's up? What's up? Hey Laura, your bathroom's purple too. That's perfect. You're very welcome. Very welcome. Thank you for tuning in. So let's see how much time we have. Like only about 5 more minutes. So I'm getting called to do some more music therapy, some Reiki music therapy, some grounding. wow. So I just randomly scrolled up in the level 2 manual, and Peggy is recommending Barbara Brenton's book, Hands of Light. And I have the copy of Hands of Light in my room in Nashville. I'm in LA, in Burbank right now. But as I was preparing to start the class Joy's Way, Hands of Light came up again. So it's Barbara Brenton, sister girl, a club of Barbaras. We're going to be diving into Hands of Light at some point. Very clearly, that's something we're being called to do. So if you'd like to jump in on that journey, you're more than welcome. So I guess I'm singing the song that Billie Holiday brought through yesterday, and it's one that I wrote with my friend Lakeith and Mason in 2013. And we've been discussing getting it recorded and produced, possibly on my next album, or if someone's interested in purchasing it. I'm not sure. And she's saying just shut up and sing. I don't wanna be right. No, I just wanna be loved. I've got no strength to fight, so open up the door. I don't want to fight. No, I just want to be loved. Let's set aside our foolish pride and give us one more try. See, I know I made you cry. I got no alibi. I don't wanna fight. No. I just want to be loved. I just want to be loved. Yes. Like the birds to the trees and the honey to the bees, you're all I need. Give in to me like the birds to the trees and the honey to the bees, you're all I need. Give in to me. Yes. Oh, yes. I don't want to fight. No. I just want to be loved. Yes. I just want to be loved. Well, like the birds to the trees and the honey to the bees, you're all I need. So give in to me like the birds to the trees and the honey to the bees, you're all I need. Give in to me. Yes. Yes. Oh, yes. Namaste and good evening, my worthy friends. Peace. Good night. Awesome. Thank you, Laura. So I do have an album. It's called The Believe Initiative. You can listen to it on my website, memphoenix.org, or you can find it barbarajanice.bandcamp.com. And thank you so much. Assumpta, sleep sweet, sister. Sending you much love, much love. All right. Hey, Janine. So I'm going to jump off here, get back to work for a couple hours here at the songwriting school, and then head home and sleep. Oh, lots of sleep. But thank you so much for being on this journey with me. Peace, love, and blessings to you. You'll never know how much I appreciate you, each one of you. Thank you. Take care.